Back again on a Saturday night at the cabin. Woohoo! And the dogs are quiet. Super Bowl's tomorrow. I'm some bored. I could go out on my gourd, so we're doing a few videos on Hollywood.
Hooray for Hollywood. That's Gooey Valley,
Hollywood.
Where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with...
We'll just shut him off right now because we heard enough of him. I've talked about Margaret Hamilton, who played the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz. I've talked about Spencer Tracy, who did Guess Who's Coming Home for Dinner. And I just did Jimmy Stewart, who played in It's a Wonderful Life. And now I would like to tell you all a little bit about Clark Gable. Have you seen the movie Gone with the Wind? Because that has to do with our story about Clark Gable. If you haven't seen Gone with the Wind, you ought to watch it, but you better spend a whole night because it's about a 4-hour-long movie. But it's all about the South during the Civil War. And I know you all know the most famous line where he says, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." So, I want to talk to you a little bit about that. The movie was filmed in 1938. And when a guy named Lenny Bluett was a black extra on Gone with the Wind. And when he got to the set in 1938, he discovered that the bathrooms were segregated. And one was marked white and one was marked colored. And it enraged him. And he went directly to Clark Gable, who was the star. Well, he didn't know Clark Gable, but he told Clark Gable about the whole situation of segregated bathrooms. And according to an interview someone did with this Bluett, Gable was livid. Sorry about the hair. Gable was livid, and he called up the film's director, who was Victor Fleming, very famous director, and he said, I'm quoting now, in case there's kids out there, he said, "If you don't get those goddamn signs down now, you don't have a Rhett Butler," which was the role of who he played. And, of course, Gable's disgust with segregation. Of course, they took down the signs and desegregated that. But it didn't end after the movie wrapped up. After the movie wrapped up, the film was scheduled to open in Atlanta, Georgia. And it says, rather than to deal with the logistics of black actors who had no bathrooms or dressing rooms, the studio simply did not invite them to attend. And Gable threatened to boycott the premiere. He was not going to go. But his black co-star, Hattie McDaniel, told him he needed to go. So Clark Gable was almost totally responsible for desegregating the set of Gone with the Wind, and continued after the film was over to try and help that cause too.
And any shop girl can be a top girl if she pleases the tired businessman. Hooray for Hollywood!
Hooray for Clark Gable!
Only in your neighborhood.
Hooray for Jimmy Stewart! Hooray for Margaret Hamilton!
Go out and try your luck. You may be Donald Duck. Hooray for Hollywood!